Good evening, everybody. No one's here yet. So, for those of you who are watching this after the fact, what I'll be doing this evening is being on Google Earth and scoping for places to film in Phoenix, Arizona, because that is RCR's next trip. I also have the calendar out in front of me, and we'll probably be planning some future trips around the country. And people are coming into the chat now. Hello, everybody. Hi, Lightning, Joey, Sergej John, PW, Steven 98, Steven Dreyer, Michael Watt, and HDA, Brooks Young, Lathin, the Fat Cat, Chris Ferguson, International Dave, International Dive, Andreas Mesa, Arizona. Oh no, what do I watch this or the new rant? But clearly you watch this. I mean, you could watch this afterwards. I don't really mind. Are you in Harry Potter's closet? Yeah, my apartment's small, isn't it? That door behind me, it used to be the same color as the walls, but it was just repainted sometime before I moved in. And the paint is peeling off now. Oh, yeah, and also my weird ceilings. So, I mean, it's a very old building. So it's got weird doors and dimensions that are odd, but it's quirky and I enjoy living here. Again, I don't know if there's a way to put on slow mode without open broadcaster software. I will need to be pouring myself some water to go with this beer. Gregory Sade says, I just bought a new 88 S10. Man, that was when S10s were boxy. Okay, quirks and features. Joseph C says, you guys make great car reviews. Thank you. Glad you like it. You don't use OBS? No, we're streaming directly from YouTube's in-browser. That works fast. We found that when with my this older Apple product, certified brand moment. Yeah, right. Trogs Independent Brewing. Hey, how about a sponsorship from Trogs? I drink enough of it. Hershey, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for your donations. And here's the shot. This is what we're drinking tonight. It's Trogs Perpetual IPA. See if I can do this without making head. Good. We good. We good. Yep. Good. Cheers. Cheers to Thursday. Best Ween album. That's a good question. I don't know Ween from albums because I just have like a whole bunch of songs that I made random, that just appeared random on my mix CDs that I made in the early 2000s when I was in college. Creston B, thank you for your donation. Would you ever consider doing a live show? It'd be cool if you did Spalding Gray type live show with reviews. I'd buy a ticket for me and my dad. I'm not that quick on my feet for a podcast. You notice that when Nick and I do a show, I'm very slow. I'm creative on paper. I'm not creative live. I'm not fast. So it would be me just going, and lots of silence. So I think I'd be okay on a panel show, but not as the center of attention. Joe Rinaldi Music says, another Pennsylvania regular car reviews coming this spring. Hopefully, yeah, once school lets out. I want to do it after the colleges and high schools are done, just, to be more open with people. I messaged my old high school on their Twitter page. No one's responded. I think I have to go to like a school board meeting or something like that and talk to them and talk to the school board people. I'm a big person in a small town, and see if they'll let me have a car meet at my old high school. Because right now, in the immediate area, with the exception of the Hamburg Fieldhouse, that's the only place. I'd like to, if if we do it at the Hamburg Field House in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, we would have to charge like $5 a car because that place isn't free. We'd have to just recoup the cost of renting that place out, and I don't know what they're going to charge. The other thing would be to talk to Blue Mountain High School and see if they would let us have the car meet for free in exchange for having like donations and supporting the Blue Mountain High School marching band. That's what I want to do, because then the money would be going to something I deeply care about, which is scholastic music. Because that stuff saved my life in high school. If it wasn't for that, I don't know. Hence the bass drum behind me that I just bought to start a marching band. Hector, with a very philosophical question, and thank you for your donation. Why you talk to us tonight, ? Because I'm lonely. Because I finished everything I need to do for RCR this week. Because I'm waiting for Nick's narrative to come by for next week's, because we wrote it this morning. We typically will write a review in about 2 or 3 hours. We'll have the whole thing written. Now, it'll be twerked later. Nick will twerk his, I'll twerk mine, and then we put them together, and there'll be some minor edits by me. But yeah, my Thursday, like after Nick and I wrote the week after next review, I didn't have anything else to do, so I went to the store, bought beer. I bought my dad's Christmas present. Came back, screwed around on the computer, read news about Star Citizen, which I bought. By the way, does anybody play Star Citizen? I need more people to play with. The only person who's played with me is Frederick Knutson from the YouTube channel Down the Rabbit Hole. But he's on vacation right now. So I got to be in space all alone. So yeah, like DM me or something on Twitter and if you play Star Citizen. I need more people to fly ships with. So yeah, that's why I'm here. Colin says, have you ever tried Odell IPA from Mercury? No, I haven't tried that. I'm like my friend Tom. My favorite beer is the one I haven't tried yet. Okay, I'm going to go check on my dinner. I'll be right back. Ted Stoltz says I need like a sign to say I'm going away to go check out, check on my food. Is there something I can put in front of this? Like, no. There. Have fun looking at my colorful editing keyboard. I'll be right back. No, chicken isn't done yet. I think I can't remember if I brushed my teeth. I brush my teeth almost out of habit. I must brush my teeth like 4 times a day just because I'm in the bathroom and my IPA tastes funny. So I must have just brushed my teeth and it tastes odd. Fernando Silvani, thank you for your donation. Do you plan on getting a new daily driver or keeping the Forester going? Yeah, I'm keeping the Forester going, man. I'm at 196. I'm at 198. I think I just got back from Chicago. 198,000 miles. So it's time for head gaskets, man. Every oil change now, I'll be heading back to Justin Kramer's shop, which is Catasauqua Auto Repair, Catasauqua, Pennsylvania. And every time it goes back, we're going to check those heads. And just keep looking at them. And once they start looking like they're leaking oil, that's the telltale sign that it's time right now. If it looks, if an EJ25 engine looks like it's seeping oil out of the heads, but you still have power and you still have no temperature problems, it's time. They're about to go. Change them now. So, and when they do that, I also bought on eBay a new lower shifter linkage, like the buckle where the shifter goes into the transmission. I watched a YouTube video that's one of the things. My shifter's sloppy. I mean, it's 198,000 miles in 13 years on those shifter bushings. So I bought that, and I think there's other ones I can buy up top. So probably I'll ask Justin, hey, can you help me do this while it's on the lift? Because it beats just rolling around on a cold floor in the wintertime. So yeah, keeping that second generation Forester going, man. I haven't. The only car I've found that is close to that is the current gen Toyota 4Runner. That's a $40,000 car, and I don't like having, that much personal wealth invested in a car. My Forester was $5,000. I would never be able to recoup that, but that's just my style. Even though I love cars, I don't drive new ones. I like new ones. I just don't want to own one. Logan Orlatoski says, what do you think of the Ford C-Max? I don't, man. I ignore that thing. That is, the Ford C-Max is like a Honda Cross Tour to me. I just don't even notice it. I know it exists. I'm trying to imagine it in my head. I don't want to call it a mobile. I'm sure it's pretty capable, but I think it's boring. I mean, I could change my tune, and I've never driven one. I'm just making this judgment because I don't see them rolling around at all. Oh, hey, I just got an email from a guy named Raleigh who has a 1973 Lotta in Bay City, Texas. Now, he says he can come to Austin. Man, look at that thing. Oh, he also has a YJ Wrangler. I just looking at this email. Oh, it's all white. Look at that thing. I've never driven a Lotta. Doug has, not me. Interesting. Oh, Lotta on Harris Hill. Lotta on Harris Hill. Think he'd do that? He might do that. Okay, who's next? Some guy talking about a Phaeton. Phaetons are great. Nick Bellinger says Bonanza. Oh, Beechcraft Bonanza. Tony Airlines needs to be here. Beechcraft Bonanza, the official plane of dead dentists. And I think I'm correct about that. I love the way they look. They look bizarre. Beechcraft Bonanza. Yeah, dead. The official plane of dentists pushing up daisies. The official plane of dentists buried face first, feet up. Alexander Frlansky says, would you review on a snowmobile? Yeah, I like snowmobiles. I'd love to review a snowmobile. Two-stroke piece of crap. Yeah, let's buy a snowmobile in Pennsylvania. I get to use it once a year. They were everywhere when I was in Alaska, but down here, yeah, I would review a snowmobile. The hard thing was you'd have to wait around for the 1 or 2 good snows that we have in Pennsylvania. I mean, we get snow all winter, but it's usually just dusting an inch here, an inch there. Sometimes it's gone by the end of the day. And then we get the dumps, and the dumps are everybody with the snowmobiles finally gets their chance, and they're ripping around because it's an emergency condition. Thank you for your donation. Good question. Henry says, trash or pass on a new Tahoe and Suburban for 2021? Well, you know how I feel about new cars and how I don't like them. I mean, you're going to be buying a quality product because GM doesn't F around with their Tahoe and Suburban. I don't know if they ever made a bad one. I mean, maybe the interior jobs. Man, that IPA tastes weird. Unless I'm getting sick. It just doesn't taste right. It tastes extra bitter. Like not that sweet finish I'm used to. We'll find out tomorrow. That may be the only beer I have tonight. Trash or pass on the new Tahoe and Bourbon for 2021? It's not going to be a cheap car, man. It's going to be cool for about 4 years, and then it's just an old Suburban. My my advice would probably be go for like a 2-year lease and don't sell your current car, or just have like that $5,000 car to go back to, unless you really need a vehicle like that. But at the same time, they're going to hold their value 10 years on really well. I mean, if you really want one, look at leasing options on like a 2-year lease and just see what they say. Good question, though. Thanks, Henry. Okay. I'd play with you. I think I'm at the point now where I was talking about Star Citizen. Chair stream, yes. Will Downs doesn't have a question. He just says message redacted. So thank you. Hey, that's an old school RGB keyboard. Yeah, it is. Will Downs, there we go. Thank you. You're too kind, donating twice. Thoughts on a 92 LeBaron sedan? I mean, I love it. I love that stuff. It's going to be hard to find. You're going to have to find some shops with some old timers on it who know how to work on that, because that's OBD1. There's no scan tools that are going to read that thing. You have to read like blinking codes. There's going to be a number of vacuum lines that are probably going to be leaking, so you may have some evap problems with that. I think the point of owning a LeBaron is having the convertible option. The regular one, unless you're going really obscure, I don't think no one's really going to care. I mean, a guy like me would care. Depends on what you need that LeBaron to do. They did have them with that V6 in there. That's probably that same Mitsubishi V6 that we're talking about in the shadow. Baron sedan. I mean, I think they're fantastic when they have those hideaway headlights and the convertible. All the other ones is just like, it's kind of a K car. It's kind of a shadow. So I think the convertible is the best. Good question. Thank you, Will. Anthony Manfredi. Happy holidays, Mr. Egger. Thank you for your generous donation, Anthony. Just wanted to thank you for all the terrific content over the years. Also, thank you. Thank you for watching. Also, as a dentist, twice a day brushing is fine. Oh, okay, good. Don't overbrush. You will cause premature abrasion. Okay. Good. All right, so I don't have to brush that often, just in the morning and night. Someone says fudge man. I have to find my place. There it is. This will cause premature abrasion. Am I okay? I think I'm okay. All right. What do you think? With all this grainy footage. Unless I haven't had Perpetual in a long time, and that's really how bitter it is. You know what? I'm going to go check on my food quick. The next guy up is Boris T.S. Carl of. Well, you just say Bob Evans. Zaitis says, what kind of keyboard is that? This is a Logic keyboard. It's for an older version of Premiere that's like Premiere 7 or something like that. Some of the shortcuts still work, but it's a mechanical keyboard and it's really well made. I've had this keyboard for over 10 years. I didn't even buy it. A friend gave it to me. Nerf guy on the beach. $2. 2003 Hyundai Tiburon. Official car of Red. I'll just have vodka and cranberry. I just don't want to taste the alcohol. I drive a Hyundai Tiburon. It's an automatic. I go to Wilkes University, but I really want to go to Westchester. I guess I'll transfer. I'm an elementary education major. I'm already doing my student teaching. I drink every night. I drive a Hyundai Tiburon. They're all right cars. That's what I think of them. Belligerent octopus. No question. You just say Fudge Man. You know that guy who was saying the Fudge Man thing? Both of them thought it was funny, so good. We didn't get in trouble for that. Crazy Ivan 2 times. I'm going to come right back to you. I'm going to go check on my dinner. Okay. I need to go make some food. I need to go microwave some stuff because all my vegetables and rice are leftovers. And then I need to slice up the meat, put it in there. So maybe I'll just pull up my notes. Well, I got a text message here. Can't recognize the number because I haven't stored it. Sorry, I'm cheating. No super chat for me. I see that you're streaming. Can you please ask them about... Oh, okay, it's Ivan. Sorry, Ivan. I have your number saved. Why is this one different? I see that you're streaming. Can you please ask them about video clips of 1980s American vans? I sent you an email with verbiage while you were on vacation. Okay, yeah. I will do that, Ivan. Thank you for reminding me. I am just opening up my notes, making a new note here. Food, BRB. Maybe it's not a good idea to show my phone. Someone may end up texting me and then you'd see their name on it. How about you use a piece of paper and you just write on it? It's like a phone. It doesn't even have batteries. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. There. Okay. You're going to hear that microwave ding in a second, then I'm going to run and go and get it. Crazy Ivan 2 times says, wanted to get you a gift when you are feeling lonely, but this will have to do. It's a great gift. Thank you. I'm flattered. Thank you so much. Wouldn't be a podcast without you showing up. Thank you so much, Mr. Ivan. Any hints for the Christmas special episode? Yep, it's not from the U.S. at all. Never sold here. Oh, it's Eric Pedersen. Hey, I got your wedding invitation. Sorry I won't be able to make it out there. My schedule is kind of booked. I'm sorry, I have other obligations, but thank you so much for inviting me to your wedding. I feel honored. Thank you. Great to see you, Brian. Sorry we haven't talked. Wedding plans are nuts. Yeah, they are. I heard you may be coming to Arizona soon. Yeah, we have our dates for RCR Arizona, for RCR Phoenix. Yeah, there they are. I'm moving there. Oh, you're moving there after the wedding, so maybe I'll see you soon. Yeah, it's in March, March 16th to the 20th. That's RCR Phoenix. Are we going to have a car meet? I hope to. We haven't secured a location yet. There is a consignment shop, a high-end car dealer consignment place. We're gonna get cars from them. They reached out to us. And depending on the size of their lot, we might be able to just have the car meet there, ideally, because they want to expand their business. What they really want is people. They're competing directly with Bring a Trailer, and that's kind of tough because they need the youth market, and that's where the youth are going to. People with money go straight to Bring a Trailer. They're not really going to consignments, but they want to say, hey, you're going to see the car. It's right here. Have a look at it. But anyway, so we'll have to talk to them again. Stephen Hitchcock says, thank you so much for your donation, Eric. I really appreciate it. Stephen Hitchcock says, when does the Mighty Car Mods Meets RCR episode drop? Now, I haven't talked to Moog in like 2 or 3 years. Again, it's always been an email. I mean, we're going to Australia in 2021. We don't know the dates yet, so I'm not going to really email Mighty Car Mods until we know. So, but I don't know if I'd be in an episode with them, but I don't want to produce something with us because that's like, hey, here we are, people more popular than us. I'd be happy just to be in the background of one of their videos or to just help them film, to be like a grip or something like that. That's what makes me happy. Because, when I'm doing RCR, I'm simultaneously one of the camera people, and I'm also hosting, and I have to be entertaining, and then I have to be entertaining on camera. It's a lot of fun for me to do videos with other people where I can either be just the camera person or I can be the talent. I don't have to wear multiple hats. So I do like to collaborate with other channels, and especially like not car related stuff, because I live in the automotive world. It makes me happy when I can do other things that are not cars. It's odd when your hobby then becomes your job. You need new hobbies. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know, Stephen, but thank you for your question, and it's a good question. And I just heard my vegetables go ding, so I need to get them right after Gregory Marsh. Hey, Mr. R, this is random as fuck, but I've been waiting a long time to ask you this. In your brilliant thank you so much. In your brilliant 1956 Olds 88 review, filmed in North Carolina, published in 2015, you mentioned you saw a guy almost die. Can you recall and collaborate? Yeah, we saw a car hit a guy. The guy lived. Everything was fine, and it was the first time seeing how pedestrian safety really works. It was super low speed. A guy got what happened was, it was one of those, it was a combination of not looking and not thinking. Like, the person walking wasn't looking, and the person driving wasn't thinking. And it was like getting hit by a car going like 5 miles an hour. So what happened was, this dude walking the street was just looking at his feet while he was walking. And the person driving the, I don't know what, sedan, mid-2000s sedan. Actually, no, that's wrong. It would have been far more recent because this thing had the blunt nose. like picture Toyota Camry, and that's probably what it was. This jar is like the front of the Camry, and this person is walking. So it's like driver's looking one way and guys walking looking at the ground. And boom, boom, boom. So the car hit the guy like straight in like the stomach. And boom, the guy rolled up on the front of the car. And at that point, the car stops. And the guy then just rolls off of it and lies on the ground. And then Nick and I that was back when we had the Honda Fit. Nick and I, we're just looking at that. And my initial thought is, I got places to pee. Light turns green. I know I have to be making a left turn. And I'm like, this is now a traffic jam. This light's about to turn green. And then when that light turned green, they're over there. They're in the other lane. I'm peacing out. So I know that I have to I'm driving a Honda Fit. I'm not fast. So I tack that thing up and I just let that clutch out and boom, I'm gone. So yeah, that was passenger safety or pedestrian safety. In terms of like what the impact must have been for that guy, imagine like Brock Lesnar or Francis Ngannou holding a rolled up gym mat, like a tumbling mat, like a big burrito, and just whoop you. Just like swinging at you like a bat. It's going to suck, but you're not going to die. You're going to get knocked to the ground, but you'll probably be fine. So that was that. We saw a guy get hit by a car. There was that. Refuge Incorporated says, why is this guy so weird? I grew up in a kind of military household, and I was bullied a lot. That's why I'm weird. Itchy Bus. Sorry, that was kind of dark. But hey. Are Matt Farah's lap times impacted by his... Oh, dude, that's mean. Itchy Bus. Thank you for your donation, though. Everything's a factor, isn't it? He's faster than me because I don't have skill. There's a video coming up of me learning down at Harris Hill. In the grand scheme of things, no, he's probably faster than all of us. That bummed me out a little bit. Anyway, I'm going to go check on my food. I'll be right back. I'm going to go make it. Ah, good. Anyway, there she goes. Moving on. Harry Grun says, because Mr. Regular is so regular. Yeah, I do poop a lot. One thing I do is I'm the guy who uses the locker room toilet all the time, but I do it for the benefit of everybody else in the gym. I'll try to get all my farts out now, so I'm not farting up the weight room or the cardio room or anything. You ever fart in a racquetball court? It's better than they say. The acoustics are amazing. Sorry for eating in front of you, but it's dinner time. And I need a chaser. Big shout out to the YouTube channel. Is it Adler Animates or Adler the Eagle? Who turned me on to the silicone ice cube trays. Or maybe it was straight up Donovan who said these. God, these are great. They're brilliant. Anyway, I would get Star Citizen, but it requires 40 gigabytes of space and 16 megabytes of RAM. Yeah. It's a game that I would not call optimized. My computer is okay for being 5 years ago, and I can't get 60 frames a second. I'm like 30 at best. But I dig it. I still like it. Hey, it's Philip Hand. When we were riding today, we were riding your car. There's some dirty jokes in it, but I know you're going to like it. There's like this one that we were busting up laughing about. And like, I wish I could repeat it because it's something I want in a movie. It's like, you'll know it when you hear it because when I do the line, I'm going to be busting up when I record it in the other room. It's going to be good. Philip Hand says, so what's the point of buying a new Supra for $50,000 to $60,000 when you can buy a mid-engine supercar Corvette for maybe a little more? I mean, if you see the thing, the Supra is it's all BMW. It's all like a Z4. I'd love to drive a Supra. I don't know if I'd want to own it. I mean, there's probably going to be a lot of buy and hold people, but you know, unless you're buying like a McLaren or some like Aventador, I don't think they're the type of vehicle that you're going to see your money back on. I'll reserve my judgments for the Supra when I finally get to drive one. And I don't think Corvettes, these mid-engine Corvettes, are going to make their money back ever because it's going to be so long. You'd probably be dead in the ground. Because even like, yeah, C4s are coming up, Phil. But even then, it's like if you had a C4, I don't know who's paying like $80,000 for a Corvette C4, even if it has like 10,000 miles on it. I'm with you. I don't see the point. I haven't driven the new mid-engine Corvette. I don't know what it's going to feel like, and I don't have the skill to do that sort of thing. But man, you know, I had more fun driving your car, Phil, than a lot of other ones. It's something about slow car fast that yours is one of the best ones to drive slow car fast. No, it's more like your car is slow car within the speed limit fun. God, that's got to go in the video. Like, you've heard of slow car fast. This is slow car under the speed limit fun. That's your car, Phil. Devin Asop says, you're hot as fuck. Thanks. Even when I'm losing my hair, I'm still good. What's up, Vsauce? Michael here. The actual Team Ryan, I'm just going to jump right to the bottom. I'll find you again. There's Rec. Oh no, did it bump me off? Frick me. Wait, I have a solution. I can go to YouTube on my regular computer and find the old ones. I'm going to do that. Can I go right to here? My channel. There we go again. You know what? I'm going to fill up this guy. And then I'll be right back to figure out, because it skipped ahead. It didn't let me see the other super chats. And I'll get right back on it. It's rolling up toward 9 p.m. and I do want to play Star Citizen tonight. So I'm probably saving my second beer. I know I said I'm going to have one beer, but right? I'm going to have the other one. Anyway. So I think I got to go to community. Nope. I got to go to YouTube Studio to see all the super chats I missed. Comments. Nope. Held for review, 11,000. Likely spam, 13,000. Fun. Okay, so it's not under that. Under monetization? No. It's under analytics? No. Is it under settings? No. Check this laptop. Those are people who have YouTube channels. Where do I find like the big list of all the super chats where it shows up together? You should get together with Doug DeMuro. We already did when he lived in Philly. If you go search RCR Ferrari or RCR 360 Modena, that was Doug's. We were hanging out. That's us, me and DeMuro in the same video. Chicken for the gains. My uncle brought Happy Side, something, Mercedes-Benz, crap my pants later. I have a story about my friend crapping his pants in college. I told him a million times. If this ever gets back to him, he'd hate it that I tell that story, but the story's just so freaking brilliant. Oh, are we interrupting dinner? Nah, my time's your time. No. Where is it? Where can I see all the super chats I missed? I don't want to leave a single person behind. I just finished upgrading from the cell. Do your dad voice. My dad voice? Hey, son, I'm your dad. This is the face I really make when I do that voice. It's the only way I can get this voice out. Hey, son, I'm your dad. There we go. Gosh, where is it, man? Is it under subtitles? It's got to be under comments, but I don't see it. Cool dad. Have you ever dreamed when you're driving manual, but you no, never had that dream. How to see past super chats. Okay, sign into YouTube, go to monetization, the main menu at the top of that, super. Okay, you gonna link me to write that? So it's under monetization and then super. So left menu, click monetization, which isn't there. I suppose they mean in studio. Oh, there it is under supers. It'd helpful if it said super chat. Okay, there it is. See all. Gotcha. So there's Phil, Henry. Okay. Henry, thank you for your donation. Henry says, will RCR episodes be filmed in 4K? Not in the immediate future because this computer can't really handle 4K. I built RCR's editing computer 5 years ago, and that's forever ago in terms of like computer technology. And it was an okay build. It was like a mid-tier build. But back then, like 5 years ago, no one was doing 4K, and none of my cameras were 4K. So I'm like, whatever. And like, that was before 4K could be on people's phones. Like phones were like 1080 at best, like 5 years ago. So that's what we went for. And that's what I went for. Excuse me. Or that's what you went for. Like 5 years ago, that was when I wrecked my Echo. Remember that? And then you guys bailed me out. So we used the money for the Honda Fit, new computer, and began the RCR road trips. Like the first one, we went out to Boulder, Colorado via Denver, drove out there. So that was and it's still this computer. It's been running fine, running Windows 7. I have one camera doesn't have any more dynamic range. Uh-oh, did I just lose? Did I? Okay, I thought I lost you guys. That camera in 4K doesn't have any more dynamic range than my Nikon D750 does at 1080p. So, if I wanted to really do 4K, I'd have to buy like new cameras to do it. So I don't see any reason to update from 1080 at this point. It's not like a monetary thing. And the plus, the benefit for me is that technology just keeps going down in price. So to do 4K would require new cameras and a completely new computer that could render at that. All in due time, if I'm allowed to keep having this glorious job for you guys. Good question, Henry. I think, hello, I think wouldn't be a podcast with you. And so we tried 8 times before we finally called the doctor. Is that bad? I don't understand. Is that a reference to a movie? Tried 8. And so we tried 8 times before we finally called the doctor. Is that bad? I wish Nick would hear. He would probably know what that is. Someone says get with the time. So 2 frames per second, gang. Sorry. Something's eating bandwidth. I'm sorry. Robo voice. What should I do? Some people are still talking. Is this being filmed on a sweet potato or Idaho Gold? It's the internet, not the computer. Yeah. Well. Mike, and there's nothing here to there's no logging this on on the Zoom for me to record this stuff. Hey, Michael D. Savano says, hey, Mr. Regular, love all that you do. Would you record a 97 Firebird Formula 4-speed? I live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Would you review on your 97 or 79 Firebird 4-speed? You live in Lancaster. You know the drill, Michael. Your make, model, city, state, and send an email to regularcars@gmail.com, and I'll do what I can. People say it's good now. 240p here in Delaware County. Oh, man. Rec wouldn't be a podcast without you. Evening. Hope all is booze. Thank you, Rick. Here's money for more booze. Thank you. We'll put it toward more trips. I think my ninja is trying to kill. Ninja as in the ninja you bought. Quinn Dickinson. Hello, Quinn. Road trip to New Hampshire tomorrow with my Volvo XC90. I'm going to bring both the S80 and XC90 whenever we finally get around to doing that review. Quinn, what are you doing this month? I have to film cars this month. And would you be interested in scouting some new locations to do it at a place different than the Racquetball Club? If you know, like fire departments or stuff like that, I just want to get different backgrounds. I am at a deficit. I have to film 4 cars this December, and I only have 1 scheduled. So between now and the New Year's, I have to film 3 more cars in order to have enough cars for January to have one every Monday. Yeah, Quinn, send me a text message about that. I think it's finally the time. I know you're just leaving town as I'm saying this, but of course that's the way this stuff always happens, right? By the way, no more super chats because we're going to wrap this up. Oh, I clicked away. Owl Guy 007, I like your name. Thank you for your donation. Lada, the regular car of the proletariat masses. Well, literally, that's what it is, isn't it? I don't know if we really have an equivalent to that. Maybe a K car, maybe. But I like that. That's good. Thank you, Owl Guy. Brett W. Goof. Thank you for your donation in Canadian money. I love the videos, been watching for years. NA Miata video is my favorite. Lots of people like that one. Thank you. I'm trading in my Civic Si soon. What are your thoughts on the new Veloster N? Haven't driven yet. Bunch of people submitted them to me, and I never, no one was ever near. I think it's about time. Hopefully someone's in the immediate area. We can finally do that thing. It's nice and cold outside. Good weather for turbos, huh? I remember the original Veloster, and I was like, it's neat. It makes boost. It makes noise. But I think the Veloster N is meant to compete with the now sort of, I don't know if it's around, Focus RS. Well, now it's kind of done, I guess. I want to drive it. Hopefully it will be good. I'm going to be very critical about its interior. So that was a sticking point for me on the original one. Good question. Thank you, Brett. Texoma Fish said, I just bought a 2018 Harley Sportster 1200. Roast me. As you can see by my Harley Sportster 1200, I am not a woman. That's what I think when I think of a Sportster 1200. Just get a dyno, man. I like Harleys. I don't know if I'd ever own one, but they lend themselves to be ripped on. It's an upgrade from the Honda Rebel. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to be upgraded. I commuted on for 8 years. Come to Dallas, Texas, or Oklahoma City sometime. I have plans for Denver. That's not Texas. Newsflash, Denver is not Texas. Yeah, I'd love to do a 1200. I rode the 883 and I'm like, this is nice. I thought the 883 was a perfectly fine motorcycle. I haven't ridden the 1200 yet. Come to Dallas. I'd love to sometime. wonder if I can just F5 to freedom here. Just read them all from here. Okay. No, we're almost done. And thank you for knocking off the super chat. I'll read the regular chat here in a minute, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. And I'm going to go play Star Citizen and have another beer. Let's see. Charlie, thank you for your donation, Charlie. Will you ever do more Appalachian Trail videos? Yes. Love the content. Thank you. Love the Appalachian Trail. Got a button up Pennsylvania. Said I've been doing it for 4 years. And of course, I do RCR stuff all the time. So I think a nice trip would be what I did with Tony Airlines, where you get 2 cars, go from one end to the other. Just see how it goes. Yeah, more Appalachian Trail stuff. Man, I can't wait for recreational to come to Pennsylvania. I hear it's just coming to Illinois. When I was out in Chicago, people were all talking about Illinois. It's going to be a party on November or January 1st, isn't Chicago? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not going to be around for that. Yo, Chicago story, quick. I was at the hotel, and there were people just smoking joints outside, and the Rosemont police were just looking at them, and they were doing and they were throwing the cops. We're throwing Super Trooper lines at the people smoking weed. Like the cops were going littering and I just watched this, of course, the cops, and by that I mean 2 of them at a time when I walked by. But the cops were throwing Super Trooper lines. They were going littering and smoking the reefer. And it's so wild to be in a city like Chicago, where the cops have with the police force, they've got bigger things to worry about than frickin' cannabis, and that's awesome. It's so cool. Anyway, Trish Graham says it's a unique number. Thank you so much. That's a generous donation. Thank you, Trish. And here I thought I was the only weirdo in my family. Keep it up. Kisses. Merry Christmas. Your cousin Trish. Trish out in LaPorte, Indiana? Because I drove by LaPorte on the way back from Chicago. Well, I drove by the exit. That's the west. That's where the rest of my family is. There's just like a little in Pennsylvania, and everybody else is out in Indiana. Is that? Have I not, Trish Graham? Is it like? Are you just saying cousin? Because I know I got a whole bunch of family out there. And my dad said that they watch regular car reviews. And I have a bunch of my relatives out there, like, are in the service. At the last time I was out to see the rest of my family in Indiana was 1997. This big family reunion out there. And I just remember, like, the boat ride, and there was, like, an open bar, and they made kiddie cocktails, which was, like, just, like, Shirley Temples and stuff like that. And I remember there was food all the time, and I thought I was getting fat. And then, like, later on, I looked at pictures of myself. Like, how old was I? That was, like, the summer in between 9th and 10th grade. So, gosh, what was I? Like $150? 150 pounds? I'm looking to see if this Trish Graham said anything. If it's Trish Graham and not my last name, that means you're my. Trish Graham says, I'm in the Philly suburbs. My grandmother Joyce is your. Okay. I know who you're talking about. So, okay. Great aunt, my Joyce and your grandmother was sisters. So great aunt Joyce. That's okay. Note to self, tell mom that it's Trish, Aunt Joyce's granddaughter. We used to hang out in my grandparents' like Adele, the basement with the shuffleboard. Do you remember that? The shuffleboard, the ping pong table, the old school Coca-Cola fridge that had the bottle opener on the side of it. Do you remember that? And then the big mural on the side of the basement wall that had the bullet holes in it and the bullet trap on the other end. And then grandpa's or my grandpa's model planes that we weren't allowed to touch. There was the GE refrigerator at the other end of the basement. And yeah, best basement ever, right? I wish I don't have the money to buy that house. Somebody else bought it, totally renew it. Man, if I started regular car reviews like 5 years before me, Trish, I would have bought that house. That house is a freaking party house. But that means like the other weird part of the family would always be wanting to come over, right? Man, the house kicked ass. Dude, shuffleboard in the basement. There was that bar that pulled away from the wall. I mean, it's like living in Ron Burgundy's house because it was like that house was designed in 1974, never remodeled until like the very end when like grandma was getting up there in years. They put in central air and stuff into that house. But dude, that basement was untouched. Man. Anyway, thanks for the trip down memory lane. Yeah, I'll tell mom you said hi. Good times. And thanks for the donation, Tris. I'll put it. We put all this money toward future road trips and plane trips. F5 to freedom. Aaron Fink is the only last one. I think we're going to wrap it up and then just turn to the regular chat. Thank you for your donation, Aaron. Seems to be a lot of folks in PA. You said Finks? Oh yeah, Finks. Yeah, Finks in PA. Few of us in Texas. Hope you come back to Austin and ride one of my Nada cars. Yeah, that'd be fun. See, the thing about Texas, I know we keep going back to Austin, but Austin kicks ass, right? Austin Airport's great, but then we usually kind of F off to San Marcos. So, because, Austin traffic's unbelievable because everybody's moving to Austin. So, thanks for all the laughs. I say Austin traffic it's not terrible, but I mean, it's getting LA, right? It's all the tech. Of course, On It is there in Austin. I mean, I could just call them up. They'd probably let us do another car meet there at On It. That'd be cool. Yeah. Do Austin again. Anywho, that's good. That's it for the super chats. And different mouse for this guy here. Hey, Megular Cars, my super chat was skipped. Okay, Alex AE86. I have it right here. Alex AE86. Where are you? Where are you? Scrolling down. Can I just do F4? No. Alex. Underscore AE86, enter. All right, it doesn't show up there unless it's not showing up. No. Okay. Owl Guy, Ice Stink, Get Your Bus, Gregory Marsh, Stephen, Boris, Will Downs, Henry, Hector. How long ago was that? Workforce, Nate, Bob, Workforce. Oh, that's the old one. Going to the top. F5. See, Aaron Frink is the most recent one. Yeah, just type it again. We're all paying attention. I'll just look at it there. There. That's Pennsylvania for you. It was before Charlie's. Okay. Before Charlie is Texoma Fish. Yeah, just Alex, just type it again. I'm paying attention to the regular chat. Quinn Dickens says, sent you a private message on Facebook. Okay. Alex A86. Alex, just find your thing and Control C, Control V right there, and then I can see it. Yeah, Alex, I'm not seeing it. Oh, here's a new super chat. Just so you know, I'm done taking super chats. I will answer yours because we need to wrap this up. Sold my beloved 1991 Civic hatchback and got a top of the line 1996 Accord V6, first V6 Honda made, 5 years difference. It was a cosmic jump in cars. Yeah, and performance, great. I agree, totally. They're fantastic, right? They're fast and they don't look it. Thank you. And there's Alex's thing. What is your opinion on the Toyota Previa? Love it. And thank you for liking RCR, Alex. I think the Toyota Previa is fantastic. I remember when they were just regular old minivans, and now people are willing to pay like 10 grand for them. I want to get my hands on one, please. I know Doug did one, but I want to put my own spin on it. I also want to get my hands on a AMC Pacer. I want one of those. After Dark 3 says, hey, I just changed to English major out of engineering. It's not a great plan. I got anything to say to a new entrant. I was congratulated by the language and arts education department. The staff was fun. Out of engineering, I mean, yeah, I'm making money with my English degree, but I'm kind of the exception that proves the rule, man. Hang on to that engineering thing. I don't think you don't need a degree in English to write well. You just need to like audit a bunch of writing courses and you'll be good. You don't need all the prerequisites. Yeah, Alex, they do run forever. I mean, keep all your knowledge with engineering. You're probably going to need it. I'm not trying to dissuade you about learning about language arts. They're great. But the shot to make money with it, it's a long shot, man, to try to make money with an English degree. You should have a trade and then do the English stuff on the side. And that's the financially prudent thing to do if you're trying to make a living. I'm not trying to dissuade you. It's fun. But English sometimes can be easy A's. Lord knows that's why I did it. Anyway, congratulations on English. Don't forget your math and hard science. English minor? Yeah, English minor. That's great. Public relations minor. That totally worked. Mr. Regular, you and Roman should team up with Doug DeMuro and Hoovie's Garage to make something to replace the Grand Tour when they retire. It'd be fun to try to have like this big super team of like 3 people. I don't know if the 3 of us are like different things. I'd totally be up for something to that if we had like underwriters and stuff like that, because Doug and Hoovie operate on a much bigger budget than RCR does. RCR wouldn't be able to do what it does if it wasn't for the super chats, if it wasn't for Patreon. We're a much more niche type of entertainment because not a lot of people want to hear me talking about pouring extra virgin olive oil on my dick. They just want to hear about cars that make them look like ballers. Well, maybe not Doug. Well, maybe not Hoovie. He likes weird stuff too. I guess I'm just thinking about all those channels that are just car spotting videos. Anyway. Hoovie has Freddy's restaurant kind of money? What? Freddy's restaurant. Does Freddy have a restaurant? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he did. Alex B. something. Scroll up here so it stops. Do you have any? Some dude says, do you have any thoughts on the Honda CRZ? We were supposed to film it like twice and it fell through. I've got a manual one here in Wisconsin. Sorry to do the accent. Wisconsin. If you're ever around. Thank you. Yeah, I do want to talk about that. We could talk about the history, or I could just talk about how it drives. Yeah. Freddy's Steak Burger. Says Sloshman09. I don't know what that is. Five Nights at Freddy's? Hoovy is a co-owner in a restaurant chain. Oh, good for him getting his money out of YouTube. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, apart from my IRA, or rather my self-funded IRA. When are we going to get any GMT 400 stuff? GMT Master? Sorry, I'm balking on that. Hoovy's family owns Freddy's. I don't know what that means either. A friend of mine made an avatar based off of you in a video game called VR Chat. Yeah, I watched some people stream in VR Chat. I'm like, is this Second Life? And they're like, no. And I'm like, can you fuck in it? And I'm like, no, don't ask. I'm like, all right. My daily upload says, it's scrolling away. My daily upload says that's his family, Freddy's Hamburgers and Shakes. It's a chain, his dad. Oh, okay. It's different Freddy. I was thinking Freddy Hernandez. Sorry. After Dark 3 says, you know, I totally get that, but engineering is much to do with math. Is much too math intensive for me, and I have a knack for writing. Okay, if you have a knack, then go for it. I tried to make it practical. Bachelor of Science in English and Professional Writing. Good. Start looking for a job now. Like, unless you're going to become a teacher, no one cares about your English degree. Start looking for a job now. Stringer reporter, anything. Do it. It's what I should have done. Nate says you're sitting on the toilet washing this. Awesome. Tony Richardson, there he is, late night. Tony Richardson, everybody in the chat. Tony Airlines is in chat. VR Chat is Second Life on steroids, and I love it. I don't know, man, Tony. It just seems like VR Chat and all that stuff that isn't a video game is just a whole bunch of people weebing at each other. I guess if that's what you want, it's great. But I get enough of that in hotel rooms. You know what I mean? After Dark. Toilet Club, what's up? VR Chat is good between games. Don't make it your main game. Yeah, speaking of games, I am ready to play myself some Star Citizen. I'm going to go. You know what I've been doing with Star Citizen? I've been just putting on like Vaporwave and flying through quantum space. It's good times. I like these low stakes games. It's still in alpha. I don't even have a gun in the game. I don't even have a pistol. I died once with the pistol they give you. I'm like, no one has shot at me yet. Occasionally I fought some pirates and that's it. I guess I haven't been taking the dangerous jobs that. I am going to check my Twitter direct messages to see if anyone DM'd me about playing Star Citizen. I have no direct messages on Twitter, which means no one plays Star Citizen. Guess I'm going to be doing it alone. Great. Okay. I am going to wrap this up. Thank you to everybody who donated to RCR on Super Chat. I use your money for road trips and getting out there. The next big trip is in March. That is RCR in Phoenix, Arizona. The dates are March 16th to the 20th. We want to have a car meet, but we don't know where yet. And yes, I know that's going to be in the middle of the week. Sorry about that. We'll try to keep it in an afternoon. It's going to be very short. I think the RCR meet will be 2 hours. That's it. Because we have to it's probably going to be a Thursday. It's probably going to be the 19th. First day of spring. That's a good day, right? Celebrate spring with RCR. And then to say, no, we have to catch the plane the next day. It's probably going to be very short. It's going to be 2 hours after work. And that'll be that. So, but thanks to you guys, we'll be able to get out there. Yeah, I think that'd be good. Fly into Phoenix on the Monday. Film Tuesday, Wednesday. Be a tourist a little bit Thursday morning. Have the car meet. And then fly out Friday. That'll be a solid week. Tony Richardson, probably a lot of things I don't know about Star Citizen, but an ED, you're always in a vehicle, no on-foot comment. Star Citizen is more controversy attached to it. Yeah, it's a very controversial game. But for a guy like me, I'm having a ball. So, and also thank you to everybody who donates to Patreon. You're allowing regular car reviews to act like a much bigger channel than it really is. So have a very good night, guys, and enjoy yourself. Take care.